Cyberpunk as a music genre is the sound of a dystopian future which is highly advanced in technology. From my research, I felt like the sound of Cyberpunk is influenced by synthwave and a little bit of mid-tempo. For me, it's like synthwave on steroids. So I brought in some drum samples that sound like the drums usually used in a synthwave track. Then I laid down this drum pattern. I'm using this plugin called Cakewalk because it has some great sounding presets. I mean, just listen to these bass presets. Pretty great for Cyberpunk. I chose this preset analog bass to start off writing the bass line. Let me pick G as the key of the song and the scale melodic natural minor. I wanted the final product to have synthwave vibes, and that's why I used 16th notes to make this extremely complex bass line. Don't forget to sidechain. I have to change that preset. I'm gonna keep that. I tried some variations in the bass line. Then I was going through the presets in the plugin when I found this sound. Which I thought could be used during the repetition. I duplicated the bassline track and changed the short notes into long extended notes. Which is going to be played by an ARP preset. I really like that acid-based character in that sound. So I'm keeping that along with this sound, which I really like because of its gritty and distorted sound. Then I did a little bit of arranging. That's when I realized that the project was pretty much done with respect to the structure. All that's remaining is layering, mixing, and adding some more sounds. I'm gonna audition all the presets in Cakewalk and some other plugins if need be. We'll be back in a moment. And I'm back with an almost completed project. Remember the bassline that we made? Well, I wasn't enjoying that much simplicity, so I removed some notes and extended some others to get this. We have a compressor named Rough Rider on the track. Before the audio signal is getting compressed, I'm saturating it. I duplicated that track and chose this distorted punch bass preset for layering. Let me turn on the Pro Channel effects I have used. First we have saturation like before, then compression, tube distortion, and console emulator. Outside the Pro Channel, we have the Rough Rider compressor. Then we have Vital for one more layer of the bassline. First we have this wave in oscillator 1 whose level is connected to LFO 1 to make a plug sound. Then I enabled filter 1 with some resonance whose cutoff is connected to the same LFO 1. And here is the effects chain inside Vital. Then we have Drive Shaper inside Shaper Box to make it a little more interesting. This is all the bass layers together. You already saw these two sounds being selected before. As you can tell, I cut the low end in both of them so that it doesn't compete with the other sounds, especially the other main basses. There is this one more bass sound which I bounced from Cakewalk. We have covered all the bases. Now moving on to the sounds which are not one among them. First we have this thing made of 4 notes. It's a preset in Cyberpunk called Whip Flush, which I added because I was constantly hearing it while I was playing through the project. With the other basses, it sounds like this. Then we have this preset called Lost in a Forest, which I used as drone sound to fill in the gaps. Here is the bass without the drone. And here it is with the drone. You already saw me choosing this sound before for the repetition. To work along with that, I added this preset called Zappy Kickback Bass. We have this vocal sample transposed to the key of the song. There is M auto pitch to shift its formant, Imager to spread it, and Valhalla Supermassive for reverb and delay. Then we have Tal Noisemaker with this preset following almost the same notes as the 2 ARP presets that I showed before. I layered it with text with the preset that I used in my synthwave video. We have a riser made by using TiVo's Alpha, Finally, let's move on to the drums. Here are the additional sounds that I added. Now let me show you the console view. All these bass tracks indicated by the green color is directed to this bus, and these are the effects in it. What I wanted to show is I distorted it further to make it even nastier and then compressed it to keep it in our control. Now let me add a small intro and an outro. I extended these 2 basses and this drone sound to fill in the intro and outro. Oh, forgot to mention the drums. Obviously, during the intro and outro, I have automated some of the parameter values in Cyberpunk like the filter frequency value, the low ended oscillator, and the master level. And finally, this is the automation in TDI Nova which is used in the drum bus. Alright, that's it. Leave a like if you found this video useful. This is ADK, hoping to see you in the next video. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy, peace out.